Every day, millions of people wake up, not to live, but just to survive. They spend their entire lives chasing money, yet money always seems to run faster. But here's the truth no one tells you. You don't need to chase money. You need to attract it. And attraction doesn't begin with luck. It begins with clarity, with understanding how wealth truly works. You see, financial freedom isn't about having millions in your account. It's about mastering the habits and systems that make you unstoppable, even when the world feels like it's burning down around you. But here's the catch. Most people will never make it. And it's not because they aren't smart enough, but because they were never taught how the game of money is actually played. Just think about it. You probably spent years in school studying geometry or history. But did anyone ever teach you how to properly manage a paycheck? In this video, we're going to break that pattern. I'm going to show you how to think, how to act, and how to build like the top 1%, so you can finally live free, not just rich. Let's start with the trap of the modern world. You were born into a system that was designed to keep you working, not winning. From the moment you entered school to your very first job, everything was structured to teach you how to earn money, but not how to grow it. You trade your precious hours for dollars. Then you spend those dollars on things that lose value the second you buy them. Now, this isn't your fault. The modern world sells you a version of comfort disguised as success. They want you to believe that the newest phone equals status, that fancy vacations mean you're wealthy, and that going into debt is just normal. But deep down, you know something's off, don't you? Because while you're busy trying to look rich, someone else is quietly, consistently becoming rich. And here's the brutal, honest truth. The people who actually win the game of money don't play by the same rules as everyone else. So, let's pull back the curtain and look at the hidden rules of wealth. Real wealth isn't built in the spotlight, it's built in silence, behind the scenes. The truly wealthy understand that money is a tool, not a trophy to be paraded around. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep, how much you multiply, and how much you protect. While most people spend 90% of their income on things they don't really need, the wealthy invest 90% of their time learning how to make their money work for them. You see, most people ask, how can I afford this? But a rich person asks, how can I make this asset pay for itself? That right there is the fundamental mindset shift, the turning point. Because once you start thinking in terms of systems instead of just salaries, everything in your financial life begins to change. But there's one more rule the wealthy live by, and it's the one that almost nobody talks about. This rule is the power of delay. The richest people on earth have all mastered one skill that most people simply can't handle: delayed gratification. They deeply understand this universal law. You either suffer the pain of discipline now, or you suffer the pain of regret later. Think of it like planting seeds. While everyone else is immediately eating their small harvest, you're still out there, patiently watering your seeds. It can feel lonely. It's often boring, and man, is it slow. But one day, that small seed grows into a massive tree. And when it does, it provides for generations. This is precisely why impatient people stay broke. They're always chasing shortcuts, hopping on trends, and looking for instant rewards. Meanwhile, the patient are quietly building empires. So, the big question is, how do you start planting your own financial tree, especially if you feel broke, stuck, or like you're starting too late? This is where the Smart Living framework comes in. Financial freedom isn't about earning more money. It's about living smarter with the money you already have. Start right here. First, track every single dollar. You can't grow what you don't measure. Know exactly where your money is going. Second, start eliminating lifestyle debt. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about redesigning your lifestyle around what truly matters. Third, build a 3-tier system for your money: an emergency fund, a growth fund, and a freedom fund. Your emergency fund protects you from life's surprises. Your growth fund is for long-term investments. And your freedom fund. That's the system designed to eventually replace your paycheck. It could be dividend stocks, side hustles, digital assets, anything that earns money for you while you sleep. Because, let's be honest, if your income stops the moment you stop working, you're not free. You're just trapped in a slightly fancier cage. But building wealth is only half the battle. The other half is keeping your mind wealthy enough to protect it. This brings us to the mindset of financial freedom. Money simply amplifies who you already are. If you're undisciplined with $100, you'll be reckless with 100,000. That's why true, lasting freedom always begins within. It's not just about the assets you own, it's about the habits you live by, day in and day out. Every single financial decision you make is a message you send to your future self. When you spend wisely, you're telling your future self, "I've got your back." But when you spend recklessly, you're whispering, "Good luck surviving me." So, starting today, choose differently. Let every dollar you have become a soldier, fighting for your dreams, not for your distractions. Because if you can master this internal game, you will never fear money again. And now, for your wake-up call. Here's the reality check. No one is coming to save you. Not your job, not your degree, and certainly not luck. The system was built to keep you running on a hamster wheel, but you have the power to rewrite the code for your own life. Every great story, every tale of triumph, begins with someone who finally decided, enough is enough. So, I want you to ask yourself right now, will you continue working for money for the rest of your life? Or will you finally start making money work for you? You've got one life, one chance, one decision to make. If this message woke something up inside you, your next step is simple. Success isn't about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right things, consistently, over time. So, hit that like button, drop a comment below telling me your biggest money realization from this video, and subscribe if you're truly ready to build your financial freedom the smart way. Remember, smart living is rich living, and the world needs fewer dreamers and more doers. Let's get to work.